Good morning, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Today I want to talk about the composite Sun trine the composite Saturn. What does it mean? How does it feel? How does it work? And what can we learn? So this is actually a really, really beautiful aspect to have in a composite chart that can help you make this relationship last for the ages. It has a very content energy, but also positively restraining. So it gives you relationship structure without limiting it. It is just, it's like, when you're on a horse carriage and you're having the horses there and you're slightly, you're not holding the horses back, but you're giving them direction and you show them the pace, right? You're like, this is the pace that we are going. And this is a relationship where you will learn a lot about yourself and also a lot about the other. But you got to give it time. This is not a relationship where you know everything or where you feel like you know everything about the other in the first 5 weeks. It is like a slow opening, and it's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. You slowly, really slowly. We're going really slow here, but it feels very rewarding. It is not a flamboyant energy. It's not an energy where you are two peacocks and people think, whoa. No. It has like a sobering dignity to it where people think, oh, that we admire that. It's not the most touchy-feely kind of relationship where you constantly have your arms around each other. I have to add, there can be aspect in the chart that will add those touchy-feely kind of energies to the relationship. So maybe you have this aspect in the composite chart, but maybe you also have the Sun in a trine with Jupiter. Then you will, these two will balance each other out a little bit. That means that there is a bit flamboyant energy to your relationship, but it's still restraining because Saturn energy is really strong. And Saturn energy can tame any and everything. That doesn't mean it blocks it. In a trine, it doesn't block it. Saturn energy is not blocking in a trine. In a square, it is blocking. In a trine, it just, it's taming. And yes, if Jupiter is in the mix somewhere in a very strong position, then, it will bring out more of the flamboyant energy there. But still, there's this sober, it's a gentle, sober kind of feeling about this. When you see this couple, they're just strong with each other. They're strong. They're really committed to each other, right? Because Saturn is a commitment kind of energy. And when we have it in a positive aspect, it's like that commitment is strong. And with the Sun is the conscious energy in the relationship, and it's like we decided we're gonna make this work, and we're gonna make this work in a very sober way. I don't know, the word sober keeps coming up for me when I think of this aspect, Sun and Saturn. This is also a couple that prefers to have like very quiet and established living patterns. This is generally not a couple that wants to try something new every other week. They know what works for them and they like it. They like it that way, and they keep going with it. It is generally, we don't have to worry here that it becomes stagnant because we are having the flow with the trine, right? Maybe sometimes we can see that there is a certain way of taking the other for granted, but it usually is not as strong. This is usually a couple that they will have a lot of respect for each other, a lot of respect. And even when there are disagreements, the respect will still be there, and we will meet each other in a respectful way. Sometimes what you have with trines is that there is this, it's just so easy, I take this for granted, but Saturn is here, there's nothing easy about Saturn really. So I wouldn't worry about that in the relationship. You will not, this is definitely not an aspect where you take each other for granted. There's always, the respect is always there. You can sometimes fall into a pattern that may get a bit boring for either both parties or one of them, and then you'll have to use your sun, right, to become aware of that, and maybe change your routine. You'll still want a routine, like another routine. You will not want the Uranian kind of today this and tomorrow that, and then on Saturday we do something completely different. There's still a routine here. This couple likes routines. They thrive on routines. And also, there's a slow building here. A slow building as in we are growing together slowly. But from the beginning, we know that we're going somewhere. We don't really know yet in the beginning where we're going, but we know with this person, I'm going somewhere with them. This is not just for fun. This is definitely not a relationship that you get into where you're thinking, oh, this is just for fun. Let's see. No. This is not for fun. You want to go somewhere with them. But while you're getting to know each other, you're figuring out where you actually want to go with each other. This is a relationship that also wants to acquire things. They want to build something together. There is this need to create something together, to build something together, to reach that top of the mountain. And with them, I can do that. You just know, you don't, even when you don't know them yet, like, you've been together for a few months, we're going somewhere. And I can go there with you. I know I can go there with you. And then you'll slowly figure it out, how you do it and where you're going. With Saturn, even in a trine, you can sometimes, you have not so much obstacles, but you have to have, there are little stones in the way. You see the stones. They're very clear. They're there. You see them. They're not obscured. You see them and you're like, okay, we'll have to overcome this. And let's overcome this consciously, right? You have this conscious aspect of the sun in here, which is really beautiful. So you can actually really work on things. So yeah, I love this aspect. I love seeing this aspect in a composite chart. And this is also a relationship that can outlast many other relationships that, people thought, oh, this, these relationships where people are really into each other and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is a beautiful couple. They'll make it. And then they break up. With this couple, there is energy containment here. Their energy is not like all pushed out there. It's like, it's quiet. It's quiet energy. And this energy, it's almost like you have energy reserve for the ages in that relationship. Because you just use it slowly, step by step. You don't throw it all in. You use your energy slowly with your partner, and you can outlast any relationship. Of course, as I always say, you have to look what else is going on in the chart. But you have like a very good foundation here. Very good foundation. If this chart comes with beautiful Mars-Venus aspects, wonderful. You really, you have the fire that you need to keep the passion alive. You have the consciousness and the awareness with this aspect to tap into that. Okay, well, maybe things have become a little flat here. We need to spice things up a little. We have to change our routine. Let's find, let's do something here. light the fire again. You know, you have that awareness, and you can tap into if you have a beautiful Venus Mars aspect, you tap into that really easily and you use this. So yeah, it's a beautiful aspect to have in the chart. So congratulations if you have it. All right, so that was it for today. I will see you in the next video.